Namaskaram girls. The previous classes, the previous video, we start learning the fourth unit, cost and revenue analysis. So, in a firm, the profit or loss is determined by the two factors, that is one is cost, that is expenses, the another one is revenue. And we also study the cost is the functional relationship of the output, isn't it? And then we started learning the different types of cost, that is money cost, real cost, explicit cost and implicit cost, economic cost, social and opportunity cost. The next one is sunk cost, which cannot be reverse or irreversible, cannot be used, reused, that is sunk cost. So the cost, the expense, once spent for something will become a history. It should not be relevant to the future use. That type of cost are called sunk cost. Sunk cost. For example, if you buy a machinery to produce, to do something, to do a work, that equipment or that particular tool or that particular machine is only meant for that purpose. It can't be used for any other. That means it has no alternative use, no second use. So one, you invested the money in that equipment or the machine tools is called sunk cost. Then let me give you a simple example. We teachers, during this online classes quarantine period, some teachers we bought some chart like boards like this. Some teachers they have bought white board. Some of them they use the tripod to take the video. So we purchase these equipments. Once the school started, these things will not be used in schools, isn't it? We cannot take these things to school. It has no alternative use. We cannot going to take classes in at home. So the amount which is expense spend for these items, whiteboard, tripod, stand, and also the chart, even the piece of chalk we purchased, it won't be used if the school starts, isn't it? So the expenses spent on this are called sunk cost. And the next one is floating cost. Floating means day-to-day expenses. That is floating. Day-to-day expenses. For example, giving daily wages, purchasing snacks and refreshment items. Those are all called floating cost. And also, the floating cost will not include the main cost or the economic cost, just like purchasing the raw material and other things, isn't it? Transport, that will not be included. Sometimes you use fuel or petrol, or you use a private vehicle on that particular day, that will be included. So floating cost, day-to-day expenses. And the next one is prime cost. Prime cost is nothing but it is varies with output with all the cost of administration. That is short prime cost. So the cost which includes all the expenses of administration. So short prime cost plus variable cost, that we will study now, plus administration cost is called prime cost. The expenses which are made for these items. And the next one is fixed cost. The word itself tells you it can't be changed. The cost, it does not change with the change in the quantity of output. Whatever be the output, the cost will not be changed. For example, the rent for the building, isn't it? Though you have produced 10 or 100 or 1000, whatever it may be, the rent for the building is fixed. It does not change. And also the salaries, wages, though they worked or not, we have to give the salary. Whether the production is more or less, increased or decreased, some expenses should be done. Those are called fixed. That means the expense which does not change with the change of the output. Whatever the output, the expense will not change. For example, rent for the building, wages for the workers, watchman wages, whether the school is working or not, the watchman is getting salary, isn't it? We people, we are doing work, though we are coming to school or not, though we are teaching on the online courses, we are getting our salary. These are all fixed. It cannot be changed. It doesn't change. So those costs are called fixed cost. And also payments for the minimum equipments, machines, insurance, isn't it? AMC, annual maintenance charges we are paying. For the vehicle we are paying the insurance, isn't it, girls? Two-wheelers and other things we are paying the insurance. Whether we used or not, we have to pay the insurance. That are all fixed cost. And next one is variable. Fixed does not change. Variable changes. Variable means it changes. So the cost will change. This is doesn't change with output, isn't it? So the cost will change based on the output. If the output increased, production increased, the variable cost increased. If the output decreased, the variable cost decreased. So it has a changes with the quantity of the output. For example, temporary workers, day to day. If you want to produce more, you have to appoint more employees, temporary employees. You have to spend more. You have to give more wages. If there is no work today, for example, you can take this, the construction work. If they are going to use the concrete on that day, they are going to centering. They are going to do the centering on that day, they will appoint all the workers, isn't it? It has to be done immediately. So more temporary workers will work during the construction site on the centering day while they are putting the concrete. If the wiring work is going on, if there is no work for the mason and others, they will not come on work on that day. So the temporary labors, based on the temporary labors, the wages will differs. The expense will differs. So the wages of the employees. Cost of the raw materials. If you want to produce more, you have to buy much raw materials today. If there is no production tomorrow, no need to buy. So based on that, the cost will be vary. The expense will be vary. So those are called variable cost. So till now we have learned 12 type of cost, 9 type of cost. Have you remembered, girls? The previous classes we learned what is cost and cost function. Then we started studying about the cost concepts. Under the heading cost concepts, we learned different types of cost. Today I have continued the same. Now we have completed the cost concepts. Next we are going to see short run cost curve. Now we are going to see the short run cost curves. We have two type of short run cost curves. One is total fixed cost, TFC. The another one is total variable cost, TVC. I already told you fixed, it does not change with the change in the output, isn't it? Whatever the output, whatever the production, the cost doesn't change. We have to pay for it. For example, rent for the building, salary for the employees. Already I told you, isn't it? Insurance and other things. So, whatever the production, whether it is increased or decreased, we have to do such expenses. Those are called fixed cost. Variable cost also it's told based on the output we will do the expenses. Temporary employees, buying the raw material and other things are variable cost we study. So, how will you calculate the total cost? Total cost is equal to total fixed cost plus total variable cost. That means TC is equal to TFC plus TVC. If you add the fixed cost and the variable cost, you will get the total cost. Now we are going to see the total fixed cost. They have given a hypothetical tabular, that is the output per unit. And also the total fixed cost, TFC. So when the output is 0, I told fixed cost will never change based on the output. I already told you, isn't it? Here the fixed cost is 1000 because the fixed cost will never change. Whatever the output, whether it is increasing or decreasing or it is 0, it never doesn't bother about this. The total fixed cost will not change, doesn't change, I told. So here the total fixed cost is 1000 and the output varies. Though the output varies, the fixed cost does not change. So how will be the curve of the fixed cost? If you draw in a diagram, it will be parallel to x-axis, isn't it? It will be parallel to x-axis. Whatever the output, whether it is 0 or it is 1 or it is 2 or it is 3 or it is 4, whatever it may be, the fixed cost is 1000. It never changes. So it is parallel to the x-axis or horizontal. Total fixed cost is always horizontal. It is parallel to x-axis. So, they have given an example that if total cost is q minus 18q square plus 91q plus 12. That means if you add this, you will get 100. Okay. if the total cost is, if the output is 0, if there is no output, Q output is 0, what is the total cost? Q means 0. So 0Q minus 18 into 0 squared plus 91 into 0 plus 12. So you will get only 12. The 12 is the fixed cost. Whatever the output, the fixed cost does not change. So here the 12 is the fixed cost. So if you observe the TFC, it does not change with the production output, isn't it? When the output is 0 also, the fixed cost is 1000. When the output is 5, that time also the fixed cost is 1000. So the line is horizontal, parallel to the x-axis. Now let us see the total variable cost. As I said, it varies with the variation in the output. If the output increased, the total variable cost also increased. If the output decreased, the variable cost also decreased. So based on the output, the variable cost differs, we studied, isn't it? So we are going to draw a table. Assumption, I already told you, hypothetical means assumption. Just we are assuming. Here output Q, here total variable cost. When the output is 0, there is no variable cost. When the output is 1, the cost is increased. If the output increased, the total variable cost also increased based on its increment. Do you understand? So it increased based on the increment in the, let me draw here, only then I can draw the diagram here. Here output. When the output is 3, it is 400. When the output is 4, it is 600. When the output is 5, it is 900. If you draw the diagram for this TFC curve, TVC, total variable cost curve, how it would be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 800, 900, isn't it? How it will be? If it is 0, it is also 0. If it is 1, it is 200. If it is 2, it is 300. If it is 3, it is 400. If it is 4, it is 600. If it is 5, it is 900. So, how the curve will be? The curve will go like this, isn't it? This is TVC curve. So, the total curve will be, total variable cost will be raised. So, when the output increases, the variable cost also increased. When the output decreases, it is also decreases. So, the slopes is upward from left to right. TFC curve horizontal, TVC curve upward sloping. Now, if you place that same example, q 18q squared plus 91q plus 12, the variable cost, what is the variable cost? This already told I fixed cost. So q3 minus 18q squared plus 91q is the variable cost. So this is variable cost, this is fixed cost. Okay. Now we are going to see the total cost curve. I already told you total cost means total fixed cost plus total variable cost. So the total cost curve we are going to see now. What is total cost curve? The total cost curve is the summation of total fixed cost and the total variable cost. So let us see what is total cost curve. So when the total fixed cost is equal to TFC plus TVC, I told, if the total fixed cost is 1000, total variable cost is 200. Then what is the total cost? 1200, isn't it? So if TFC is 12, then TVC is equal to, already we studied, Q3 minus 18Q squared plus 91Q, isn't it? So total cost will be Q3 minus 18Q squared plus 91Q plus 12. That is total cost. Total fixed cost is 12. Variable cost is this. If you add both, you will get the total cost. How the curve of the total cost? Already you have studied. Fixed cost curve is going horizontally. Variable cost curve is going upward sloping. We have studied. If you combine both, you will get the total cost curve. Do you understand, girls? I will give you the tabular column. Then we will draw the diagram. Before that, let me give you the tabular column. First you have to write output. Let me write small only, then I can draw the diagram. Along with this, I have to draw the diagram also. So let me write small. Total cost curve. Okay. Total cost curve is the summation of total fixed curve plus total variable cost. Now we are going to draw the tabular column. Already we have studied output and also the total fixed cost TFC, total variable cost. The last one is total cost. Now the output is 0. We have already studied total fixed cost is 1000 for all the things, isn't it? Apply the same tabular column here. What we have studied separately for TFC and TVC. What we have studied for TVC, first one it is 0, then it has increased. Based on the output it increased, then further it increased, then it increased into 600 and last it is 900. Now, if you want to get TC, you have to add both. The summation of TFC and TVC give you the total cost. What would be the summation of TFC and TVC? Add it. 1000 is 1200, 1300, 1400, 1600, 1900. Now for this we are going to draw the diagram. This is the value of total fixed cost. This is variable cost. We have drawn the diagram separately. Now we are going to combine both TFC and TVC and we are going to get the total curve. How the total curve would be. Here output, here total cost, isn't it? This is 0, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. It has to be go up to 1900. So the page won't be enough. Let me draw a big diagram, okay? This is the total curve, isn't it? This is the tabular column. So let me draw the tabular column. Because I have to write up to 1900. So I have rubbed the tabular columns. I think you remember. So let me draw the diagram. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 7, 800, 900, 1000, 1100, 1200, 1300, 1400, 1500, 1600, 1700, 1800. Here 1900 I have drawn. Now output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See the first one, if you draw the TFC, it will be horizontal, 1000, isn't it? Have you remember? It is parallel to x-axis. Whatever may be the output, the total fixed cost will not change. It remains unchanged, we studied. So I have drawn the total fixed cost curve. Here it is parallel to the x-axis. Then we draw the total variable cost curve, isn't it? 200, 300, 400, 600 and 900 we have drawn, isn't it? Have you remembered? So if you draw like this, you will get the curve like this. If you want to draw the total, this is total variable cost. This is total fixed cost, total variable cost. Now I am going to draw total cost. 1 is equal to 1000, 0, 1000, 1, 200, 1200, 1300, 2 is equal to 1300, then 1400, then fourth 1600, 600 is here. Then fifth one is 1900. How the curve will be? It start like this, it will go like this. See, this is the total cost curve. Do you understand, girls? First one is 1200, then 1300, then 1400, then 1600, then 1900. So this is the total fixed cost curve. This is total variable cost curve. This is total cost curve. Will you be able to understand, girls, what is total fixed cost? So the TC curve, it is obtained by adding total fixed cost and the total variable cost. So the curve remains parallel to the x-axis. It is a straight line. But the TVC curve, it starts from the origin and it reads upwards. So when you added TFC and TVC, you will get the TC curve start from the TFC moving from upward, isn't it? It is starting from the 1000. See, starting from the 1000 and moving upwards. Will you be able to understand what is total cost curve? Total cost curve is the summation of total fixed curve and the total variable. Total fixed cost and the total variable cost. So in the next class, we will learn the average cost. Thank you, girls.